when you sit in all of the ways that you are your being, you affect immediate change in your environment, which ripples out and ripples out and ripples out and ripples out and ripples out.
Welcome to Conversations with the Ancestors, where we connect to ancestral wisdom, cosmic insight, and healing rituals to redeem and liberate our souls. You're here because your higher self and your ancestors brought you here. So get your tea or coffee, take a breath, and settle in because, baby, this is for you.
Hello, divine beings. Welcome to Conversations with the Ancestors. It is the podcast hosted by me, your favorite guru and spiritual baddie, Robin Denise. This is where we blend together ancestral healing, ancestral wisdom, ritual, reflection, story, ceremony, cosmic insight, ancestral insight. This is the sacred place where we connect to our ancestors, which is really just us connecting deeper to ourselves. How you doing out there, my divine beings? It is another wonderful week here in in Boone, North Carolina. I don't remember if I mentioned why I'm here. I'm working on some music. I am delving into my singing voice and producing some music. It's been really fun being here doing that. And I'm excited for our discussion today. I noticed last week I've done something a couple times on these episodes, but specifically last week, at one point in the episode, or a couple times in the episode, I intentionally picked up the bell and rang it. And I wanted to just take a moment to talk about, in general, what that means in the practice, in the way that it was done last week, when we were connecting to the ancestors. But bells can clear energy. They can invite a higher frequency in and clear out lower frequencies. Bells are also connected to connecting us to higher realms. It is rung to call attention and invite spiritual guidance. And so when I rang the bell, I was doing multiple things, clearing the space and also calling in the ancestors and calling in Polly, who we talked about over the last couple of weeks. We got a new ancestor to talk about today, y'all. Even though I'm still in Boone, North Carolina, there are many good, luscious ancestors that come from this land and so many other lands. So we've got a new ancestor to talk about today, but we'll get to that a little bit later. Anyways, I wanted to tell you what the ringing of the bell meant, what it was all about. Just that was a very high level review. If you want to do like mentorship, student mentorship, if I do some sort of spiritual mentorship with me, just reach out. My email is pleasure@robindenise.com and we can discuss. Because I'm not going to get into all of the levels of ringing bells and all of that, but I wanted to give that overview. Anyways, also ringing the bells is a part of calling in the ancestors, bringing them in, connecting with them, letting them know that you are open to some spiritual advice, guidance, and protection. And as I mentioned ancestors, and we're doing the whole show is about ancestors, I wanted to share that I have a resource for you called the Ancestor Altar Guide and Checklist. And so it is a free downloadable support guide to helping you build or maintain your ancestor altar, whether or not you know an ancestor, don't know your ancestors, don't know what lineage you came from. Maybe you were adopted. Maybe you've never just had the opportunity to connect with them, so you're not even sure how you can have an ancestor altar. Trust me, you can. And if you go to my website, you can download that free guide to support you there. There's a lot of other free offerings, like a 7-day meditation series. Wow, I did not want this to turn into a commercial. But go to my website, robindenise.com. You'll see it all. If you want to go straight to get that altar guide, it is robindenise.com/altar. robindenise.com/altar. Okay, so last episode, I put out a question there asking you all to contemplate and think about it and let me know how you being you in your everyday life, how you showing up as you, how you being you. And I got an email, so we're gonna read a response from one of the listeners. I love that you guys are interacting. Yes, you are safe here, you are seen here, we're in community. So this email came through, they said I could share it. So, excuse me, not they. They said I could share it. So the email came from Venus, whose pronouns are they and Zer. And Zer talked about the one with how they are being themselves and how, oh my gosh, I just messed up their pronouns. I apologize, Venus. So Zer said in Zer's email is, one way I'm being me is letting myself have fun and be quirky with how I connect spiritually with nature and build ritual/community, not worrying if it's in quotation marks correct or not. For example, I enjoy lighting incense at my window and singing to the clouds and sun as the incense burns. Wow, Venus. I had this whole kind of picture of that, like someone sitting at a window and singing out to nature, to the clouds, to the sun. I know the times that I have sung This Little Light of Mine, the sun always comes out like bright, just like this huge bright rays. I've had so many amazing moments with nature where they're responding to a song. That's funny, as I earlier mentioned that I'm here working on music. Wow, universe, wow, God. So I wanted to share that message from Venus, and I also want to share an answer to that question too. You know, I asked you guys to tell me how you are being you, and I wanted to share that a way that how I'm being me is working on this music and bringing so many parts of me to it, my artistic expressions, from giving myself permission to rap, to going back to my roots as a poet, to pushing my voice to the high levels of soprano and to the low levels of tenor. Like, it's not even stretching myself, because I have stepped into the fact that, yes, I can do these things. All I have to do is try and do my best. And anyway, so the way I'm being me right now is really giving myself permission to explore me from all the different ways that I am theatrical and letting it be expressed on this album. That's so wild to me. Like, wow, you know, when this album comes out, you guys are going to see all of this quirkiness, all of this high spiritualist stuff, all of the ways that I am is like artfully done on this album that I'm working on right now, and that's how I'm being me. I am leaning into that desire that I always wanted to be a singer and sing on stages and do all of the things. So I wanted to share that. This is for you. This is for you. Say the name, say the name. We do it to remember those who came before us. So baby, say their name, say her name, say her name. We talking about Willie, Virginia, Otey Kay. So we gonna say her name. Oh, I'm getting better, y'all. I'm getting better at this ditty that I've pulled together, covering Destiny Child's Say My Name. I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better at it. Tell Destiny's Child, come hear me. Anyways, today we honor the life of Willie Virginia Otey Kay, who was born in Raleigh, North Carolina in 1894. Miss Willie, as she was often lovingly called, lived nearly a century, and during her time on this earth, she was one of the most beloved and sought after dressmakers in the South. I mean, her outfits were seen on the cover of Life magazine. And in a time, she was doing this work, making dresses, making people feel good in their skin, in a time when segregation was in full effect and enforced in deadly ways. Wow. Anyways, but in this time, Miss Willie didn't just create gowns for one class or one set of people. She was doing dressmaking and gowns and debutante ball dresses for Black and white women, pushing against the norms, saying, I'm going to love everyone equally and provide them service and move from a place of love. And I'm going to rebel in this way because I know what is right in my heart, and I'm moving from a place of love. She really, when I sit and think about this ancestor, she really reminds me of the different ways that resistance can show up, the different ways that we can resist against what's happening in society, what's happening in the norm, the different ways we can resist and rebel against it. There are many people out there who are protesting and going to court cases and marching and doing a variety of different things. And resistance looks that way. And it can also look like a seamstress pulling together a beautiful gown for, it didn't matter who color it was, risking her life and the life of the client too, but really hers. Resistance can show up in so many different ways, and I want to give us the opportunity to lean into our ancestor, our communal ancestor, Miss Willie, and ask for support to guide us in different ways that we can show resistance to things that we know are not right in our heart, and move from a place of love, a place of knowing that I am resisting in this way to love, to show love. Call in that energy. You don't have to be, not everybody is capable or abled physically to be out protesting with picket signs and stuff. Not everybody has all of the financial load to call and get a lawyer to support them fighting something in court. Not everybody has that, but there are other ways that we can resist against the shit that's happening. And that can look like supporting a local business. Stop going to big name brands and shifting and saying, actually, I'm going to go support so-and-so on Etsy. I'm going to go support this Patreon person. I'm going to go support fucking Robin Denise and my favorite spiritual guru and baddie. I'm going to go do these things because I'm resisting and pouring into the thing that I want to see thrive. I'm doing the thing that I want to see. Miss Willie was doing something that she wanted to see. She wanted to see integration. She wanted to see that we are one. So she poured into what she wanted to see versus continuing to ruminate over what you don't want to see. The law of momentum says whatever you give your information or your attention to, that is the thing that's going to gain the momentum and keep moving. That's what you're manifesting. So Miss Willie was manifesting a world where segregation wouldn't be there, and she was moving and walking and acting like it was not there, because I'm going to see both white and black people.
This is for you, ancestors, it's for you. This is for you, for you.
Divine being, give yourself permission to show up in ways that are authentic to you. Give yourself permission to do all of the things that you've always wanted to do. Give yourself permission to smile more. Yes, stuff out here is heavy, but we can choose to smile. That doesn't say you ignore. Just choose to smile. Give yourself permission to play. You want to see happier people in this world? You start by being one of the happier people. And again, it's not to say we ignore or we spiritually bypass. We don't do that over here. Face it, feel it, don't stay there. Make the choice to smile, to play, to embrace love. Give yourself permission to see the beauty in life wherever it can be found. Sometimes the day is so terrible that all you can really do is look up one good time and say, God damn, I think I saw a star. That was beautiful. Give yourself permission to thrive and be magical. And to know that when you are thriving and when you are being magical and your authentic self, that is one of the biggest ways that you are resisting, that you are being a libertarian, that you are affecting change. When you sit in your main character energy, your ability to alchemize is what I'm hearing. You sit in your emperor, your empress, your God, goddess, your creator power. When you sit in all of the ways that you are your being, you affect immediate change in your environment, which ripples out and ripples out and ripples out and ripples out and ripples out. So give yourself permission. That's the sacred work for today. Give yourself permission. Just say that. I give myself permission to smile more. I give myself permission to take a day off. I give myself permission to put my phone on D&D. I give myself permission to go get a cookie. I give myself permission to take a break from the kids. I give myself permission to live the life I want to live. I give myself permission to be my own wildest dream. I give myself permission to rebel differently. That's the sacred work. I'm so proud of you for doing it. And even if you don't know that you are doing it intentionally, the fact that you've listened to this, it is already shifting a thing in your spirit in a way that is most aligned with you. And I pray and call in that whatever things that you get and receive from these messages, it is exactly what you need when you need it, however many times that you need it. I pray that it only brings abundance to you. I pray that you receive the guidance from the ancestors that you know and the guidance from the good and well ancestors that you don't know, who are there to support and heal and help. And like I said, make us be thriving and bring the magic, baby. That's what I pray for you and for me and for we, because we are one. I love you, divine beings. And remember that you are love. And you are loved. And I'm always rooting for you. And so are your ancestors. Until next time. Peace.
Conversations with the Ancestors is produced and edited by Robin Denise. Theme song For You, co-written and co-performed by Robin Denise. Join us in connecting to the ancestors by rating, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to Conversations with the Ancestors on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can get deeper with your ancestors and support this work by joining the community at robindenise.com. There you'll find free resources for download and online courses to help you pull on your ancestral wisdom and the abundance they have for you. Once again, that's robindenise.com.